Welcome again on teaching in the time of Corona. Last time we have been talking about examples of diffusion processes occur in plants as well as in animals. Today lesson, let's talk about examples of osmosis processes occur in plants and animals. As you have talked about last time, we have seen that plants and animals need to absorb substances and to release other substances as waste product or other unnecessary materials. If those substances is water, the process we call it osmosis process. Then today lesson we are going to evaluate different examples of processes that occur in plants and in animals, and those processes are expressing, are explaining, are demonstrating osmosis process, as it is the movement of water from one medium to another one. For example, in a plant, when water enter the plant through roots from soil, that process is osmosis. Another one, water is lost through stomata in a process called transpiration, and the loss of water through leaves, that process is osmosis. And another example we can talk about the circulation of water. Water circulates in plants from roots to the other part of plants by osmosis. Let's talk about examples of osmosis processes occur in animals. For example, absorption of water in small intestine. Not only in small intestine, because water as a small particle, the whole gut is able to absorb, the lining gut cells of the digestive gut is able to absorb water. But mainly absorption of water takes place in small intestine, and that process is osmosis. It is one example of osmosis. Another one is elimination of water in nephrons. This one, of course, we'll talk about later. During elimination of water in nephrons, it can be done as osmoregulation. That means to maintain the internal body balance, or it can be done by excretion if water is obtained as waste product of metabolism, is obtained as during metabolic process. That elimination of water is excretion. Therefore, during elimination of water in nephrons, it can be done as osmoregulation to regulate body balance of water, or it can be done by excretion. And that one, the release of water, the elimination of water, is osmosis. as it is the movement of water from high water concentration medium to low water concentration medium. Another example, we can talk about elimination of sweats through skin cells. This one is also done by osmosis. Brief, let's say osmosis is like diffusion, but it is a special case of diffusion because it is the movement of particles, of course, but specifically it is the movement of water from where water is high toward where it is low. The reason why most of time we call osmosis as special case of diffusion. As we have seen, diffusion is the movement of particles. Even osmosis is the movement of particles, but specifically movement of water. Thank you for your attention. Let's stop by here. I encourage you to follow the next lesson that will talk about active transport. As we have seen in these previous lessons, we have talked about the passive movement of substances across the cell membrane. That means passively substances move from where they are high toward where they are low. Contrary, in active transport, substances can move from where they are low toward where they are high. In terms of their usefulness, in terms of being needed in that medium. Therefore, let's talk about active transport in the coming lesson. Thank you for your attention.